He's ubiquitous. You may have heard him and not even known it, because in addition to his seemingly nightly performances, he has been on too many commercials to count. He doesn't like to brag, but he is very much aware of his own versatility.
In Willamette Week about 15 years ago, it said of the 5 best guitarists in Portland, Dan Balmer is 3 of them. And I don't think for a moment that that was true, believe me. But I loved the concept. I mean, I really love guitar playing and guitar music in any way it comes. You know, so like I saw Vince Gill on TV the other night. He's a great guitar player, and I loved that, you know. My students bring me the new heavy metal record, and I like that, you know. So I like getting to play all these different styles. And then, you know, there's always my music going on, the music I write, and Dan Balmer Trio, Dan Balmer Group, Go By Train, the music I write for that. So even though I'm doing different things, you know, I'm still always doing my thing. And that's, you know, that's a nice, that's just so, that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about all of it. There's a lot to learn from that. First of all, I mean, that's good. I mean, you learn something playing something too fast, too. I mean, that's the great thing about pursuing the path of music, is that, you know, you learn something no matter what. You learn something from playing too fast, something from playing too slow.
Do you have to put yourself in a different mental place when you play these different
styles? A little bit, yeah. I have to pay attention to where I'm going, you know. I have to kind of remember what my role is in each band. But the moment each band I play in starts, it's pretty obvious. So I can't just sort of go in and be the same guy each time. I have to sort of find that part of myself that speaks that music. You know, I'm basically self-taught. You know, I watched, and so I would go out and I'd watch the guys that, you know, I admired around here. I'd go out and watch them, and I would listen to the radio, and I bought records, and I just sort of figured it out.
What did you learn from those guys?
Well, this is what I always tell my students. I mean, if you see it being done, then it can be done. And that's still how I hear it. You know, if we played 2 gigs opening up for George Benson in September, you know, you see George do all that, you know, not hearing it on a record. You know, you're sitting backstage holding guitars with him, and he's playing. You know, you sort of go, okay, there it is. It can be done. I just saw it done. I mean, I think about macro things like my whole concept of time and rhythm. And I feel like I've spent the last 20 years trying to pull everything back because I have a tendency to rush, which a lot of people do. So I'm always kind of pushing things because you know, everything I do sort of fast, except for drive. Sometimes I'll work on something so micro as just how the pick feels when it hits the string on a certain note, you know, just that sensation. So it'll be kind of tiny things. It can be harmonic things. It can be kind of emotional things. Like what I was thinking about is just away for the weekend, and I was thinking about getting back to the emotionalism in music.
Dan lives in Portland with the view you see behind him. He's married with 2 sons, one of them very new.
Say hi, Ansel. How old is he?
3 weeks.
One of them very shy, at least while we were around.
He tried to escape. Oh, sorry.
One of the days we were able to corral Mr. Versatility was at the annual Guitar Summit in Portland, when 3 of our greatest jazz guitar players got together and had some fun.
Can we do that as a duo?
Well, we can.
Yeah.
No, but we can do it. We can hire Dave.
Hire Dave for that tune also. Should we do that?
Let's do that. I'd like to do it.
Okay, Equinox.
Okay, so we're going to do that. You're going to play the melody.
I can.
Kind of medium.
Yeah. Yeah, figures. Right.
Now we're going to, but we'll, do you want to do that?
Right. Right.
And Jerry will actually.
Right. Yeah.
Do you mind playing on me?
Yeah, you're out on this one. And you're out on the next one, too.
You're out. You're out there.
We could have continued to follow Dan for another couple of years, documenting the different styles and bands, but that gives